Hello, my loves. It's TTMG, the Tarot Medium Goddess here. Thank you so much for being here. Please do stop what you're doing and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to tell me what you think about what happened in this case in the comments below. And do show your girl some love and share the video. I appreciate every single one of you. It's true. I love you, boo. Hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Please do thumbs up this video. If you're not a subscriber, please do go ahead and subscribe. So earlier today, I gave you the breaking news that the adoptive parents of Orrin and Orson West, that's their adoptive names, their birth names are Sincere and Classic, have been charged and arrested with the crime of murdering the boys. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get into a clip for you real quickly. 1 second to get it up on the screen. Hello. Yes, thank you, Caressa. Please do hit the thumbs up, everybody. All right.
Two boys are missing.
I realized that I left the gate open.
It's a major mystery.
And I panicked. People are hurting here.
I do suspect foul play.
That's all I want is to find babies.
Bring them home. We want them home.
Good morning, and thanks for being with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Chris Burton, who's in this morning for Alex. We begin with breaking and gut-wrenching news in the case of those two little California City boys reported missing more than 14 months ago.
Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents of the two boys, have each been indicted for 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of child cruelty, and for filing a false report of an emergency. The charges are official confirmation of the worst fears of thousands of people who have been hoping and praying for Orson and Orrin West's safe return.
17's Christian Galeno has been following this case for months. He joins us live from the Bakersfield Police Department headquarters in downtown Bakersfield with the latest. Christian, good morning.
Maddie, good morning to you. And yeah, that's right. You know, it's actually sad to have to report this morning, but it's been a long year that the community has been praying and trying to keep hope alive for the safe return of Orrin and Orson West. But last night, things took a turn for the worse as Trezell and Jacqueline West were arrested and taken into custody. They are now behind bars and facing several charges, including second-degree murder. Biological cousin to the West brothers, Rosanna Wills made her emotions clear just minutes after hearing news of the charges filed against 35-year-old adoptive father Trezell West.
And now the truth is out. You know what I mean? Now the truth is out, and it's just the beginning of a long journey of getting justice. But we will get justice and hold every last one of them accountable.
But to their surprise, the evening developed with Jacqueline and Trezell West now under custody and held without bail. Both are charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of willful cruelty to a child, and falsely reporting an emergency. About the time the grand jury was returning its indictment Tuesday afternoon, 17 News tracked Trezell West to the tiny post office in the community of Edison, southeast of Bakersfield. In the nearby convenience store, West gave a false name to us, but said he knew the West family, and it was Trezell West. A customer overheard the conversation, and when West drove away in an RV, a customer followed him and snapped a cell phone picture. A customer posted the RV photo on a local Facebook page where it received dozens of comments and shares before it was removed. Hours later, that RV was recovered near Highway 58 and Enos Lane, about 17 miles west of Bakersfield. BPD has not confirmed if this was where Trezell and Jacqueline were arrested.
It's a lot for our family. We're losing our loved ones this year, and this is not good. We were looking for a different outcome, but now we got our answers, and it is a lot of weight off our shoulders because now we know who did it.
4-year-old Orrin and 3-year-old Orson were reportedly last seen December 21st, 2020, while playing outside of the home where they lived with adoptive parents Trezell and Jacqueline West. Multiple searches, hundreds of tips, and interviews have led to this moment where many have asked, where are the boys?
Now, this morning, both Jacqueline and Trezell West are waking up behind bars at the Central Jail in downtown Bakersfield, where they're being held with no bail, and their first appearance is scheduled for tomorrow morning. For now, that's the latest live in downtown Bakersfield. Christian Galeno, 17 News.
Christian, thank you. Even after 14 months of intense public scrutiny, we know very little about Trezell and Jacqueline West. Public records tell us Trezell Philip West is 35 years old and Jacqueline Gabrielle West.
Now, oops, I accidentally rewinded. I'll fast forward again. But these people they went off the charts. They went off the charts. You weren't hearing from them, not knowing what was going on in the situation. They didn't come back out to help look for the kids at all. So it was a bunch of confusion going on as to what was really up with the West family. I'll continue to press play. I'm trying to catch it where I dropped it off at, I think maybe right around here.
Since public scrutiny, we know very little about Trezell and Jacqueline West. Public records tell us Trezell Philip West is 35 years old and Jacqueline Gabrielle Vasquez West is 32. Prior to last night, they had no local arrest records. In the last year and 2 months, there have been dozens of searches and scores of prayer vigils, but the Wests have never been seen attending. There have been 3 social media posts by the, quote, extended West family, but none by Trezell and Jacqueline. A yearbook confirms Trezell was a 2004 graduate of Bakersfield High School. Public records show he held a security guard license that permitted him to carry an exposed firearm from March 2013 to March 2015. The exposed firearm permit was canceled when his guard license expired in 2015. Immediately after Orrin and Orson went missing in 2020, authorities seized the other 4 boys living with the Wests. Since then, they've been in custody of the county, and the county's suing Trezell and Jacqueline for child support. The suit says they have a monthly gross income of about $2,000, but it doesn't name the source of that income.
This game, you're not ready for it.
We'll go ahead and skip this ad. Sorry about that, guys.
The murder indictments came in the second degree. According to California law, a second-degree murder charge alleges a killing that is intentional but not premeditated, or a killing caused by reckless disregard for human life. The act typically does not have any kind of premeditation and may only have been intended to cause harm rather than death. It's punishable by a prison term of 15 years to life. First-degree murder, on the other hand, is defined as the unlawful killing of a human being or fetus with malice aforethought.
Trezell and Jacqueline West were indicted by the Kern County grand jury. Little is known about those grand jury proceedings, but that's intentional.
Now, I want to know, how is it a mistake if both of the boys are gone? Both of the boys are dead, right?
Profile cases, suspects can run, threaten witnesses, or put those around them in danger. In these situations, prosecutors turn to the grand jury. They meet in secret. Behind closed doors and tinted bus windows, they listen, investigate, deliberate. And ultimately, members of a grand jury have the power to bring an indictment, accusing someone of a crime.
It's a very good tool for the district attorney to go to in certain cases where they don't want to go public yet. They don't want to disclose who's under investigation.
The Kern County grand jury is made up of 19 volunteers from the community. It's rarely used. Most of the time, prosecutors file charges directly, leading to a public preliminary hearing. But a grand jury's proceedings, when they do happen, are private. Witnesses can testify without fear of retaliation, and prosecutors can avoid tipping a defendant ready to flee the county.
If you're one being investigated, the grand jury doesn't have to even tell you you're being investigated. Sometimes it can be rather dangerous. If someone's under investigation, they can run away or hurt the witnesses.
Defense attorneys aren't present at grand jury proceedings. Their only information comes from the prosecution. That fact has led some to question the fairness of the process. There's an old saying, a grand jury would indict a ham sandwich.
It is one-sided because they tell the jury, what they want them to hear. Now, there is a prosecutor has a duty to present exculpatory evidence or evidence that would tend to show the person is innocent. Whether that always happens, we don't know.
But in Raimondo's 20 years practicing law in Bakersfield, he says all instances of the current grand jury he's privy to have been warranted.
We never find out what doesn't get indicted. It's almost like, so everything seems to get indicted, but there are times where I'm sure the grand jury says, no, there's not enough here. And then nobody ever learns about that.
Now, to be clear, police have not confirmed whether the boys' bodies have been found. The grand jury could not have returned murder indictments if there was not proof that the boys are dead, but that proof does not necessarily mean that the boys' remains have been found.
Meantime, 17 News obtained video showing the grand jury outside the California City home where Orrin and Orson were first reported missing. The video was captured by a neighbor's home surveillance camera back on February 9th. Members of the jury are seen scouring an empty field next to the home, accompanied by an official from the Kern County Sheriff's Office. The recording lasts for about 15 minutes, at which point the group is seen leaving the area.
Concerned citizens and individuals eager to do anything they can to help have pledged various rewards that total well over $125,000, but that has been an unorganized grassroots effort.
There are no consistent conditions on what's required to earn the rewards. There's also no indication on how long the reward offers are valid, or even if those offering rewards are able to pay them. 17 News did confirm the California City Police Department is offering a $25,000 reward, but it's contingent on an arrest and conviction. No word yet on whether anyone will collect that reward.
A few weeks ago, 17 News received a tip that led to a weeks-long investigation. Court reporter Jason Katowski spent every morning and most afternoons at the courthouse, specifically Department 1, where we believed the grand jury case against the Wests would be heard. Katowski was in Superior Court yesterday afternoon as Deputy District Attorney Eric Smith escorted grand jurors into the courtroom of presiding Judge Colette Humphrey. Katowski was booted from that chamber after being told by a bailiff that the grand jury proceeding was secret. 3 hours later, Katowski found the charges listed on the court's website and broke this story.
And we've been following this case since the beginning. For full coverage of the California City boys, including exclusive interviews, breaking news updates, and the latest on yesterday's arrests, you can head to our website, kget.com. And
okay, guys, let me get that off the screen. Give me a moment here. All right. Okay. So Carissa says, I'm so sorry, Roro. Who is Roro, Carissa? Hey, family. Hey, Nani. How you doing, love? Nani says, I didn't get a notification of this live. I wonder why. I wonder. Very interesting. Thanks for keeping me informed, Nani. So yeah, I don't know if you realize that. You probably do, because you've probably been up for a while in South Africa. But the parents, the adopted parents of the boys have, Orrin and Orson West, have been charged with murder and arrested. Right? So now I'm going to get some things up on the screen real quick. Let me see. Give me 1 second. We'll get their information on the screen. I can't wait until I have their mug shots. All right. So give me 1 second to get this comment down. All right. So Orrin and Orson West, parents, both have been charged with second-degree murder, which means that it was not premeditated murder. Okay. So I think if even one is not premeditated, wouldn't the second be kind of premeditated? I guess because it was done at the same time, perhaps not. We know that they considered the children as rambunctious, yet they're out murdering them. So this was captured yesterday. That's their motorhome. Trezell was seen in a store, I believe it was the gas station store, and someone thought it was him, but he said it definitely was not him. And then he took off. This motorhome wind up getting towed. Okay. California City boys murder charges filed against adoptive father of Orrin and Orson West. Now it's been filed against both of them, actually. Jacqueline was arrested less than 10 minutes prior to Trezell. Jacqueline was arrested first. There they go during the interview. I know from day one, a lot of us had noticed that Trezell was standing in a stance as if he was withholding information, right? That's the posture of someone, a lot of times, that's withholding information. They came back after the media and stated that it was cold out, and that's why he was in that stance, and that's why he was making those movements, swaying left to right. I say it had nothing to do with the cold. It was all because he was holding information back, that he was guilty of this. You see, they both have on the face mask during this interview, which I'm sure they were happy because it did not actually show their face and any type of gestures that they were making, facial gestures. It's kind of a protective cloth. All right, so now here we go. Get this on the screen. All right, so now here is Jacqueline's information as this is her display in custody inmate. Oh my God, my stuff's acting up. Give me 1 second. As usual, it looks like I'm having a little technical difficulty, so bear with me. Okay, I just got a notification that StreamYard is not responding. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Let's all right, great. So I'm sorry about that, guys. My technology's been, I think I dropped my laptop a couple times. Let me pull it up on the screen. All right. Hello, Dixie. Thank you for being here. Okay. So let me go back to it. First, let me get Dixie's comment off the screen so you guys can see. All right. So here's the Jacqueline Gabrielle. She was booked display in custody inmate. There's her inmate number, I believe. If anybody has some kind words, quote unquote, kind words that they would like to send her. All right. It says she was born December 6, 1989. Central Receiving Facility, and visiting information. She was booked March 1st, 2022 at 8:06 p.m. I believe that's 8:06 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No bail, thank God. Pending. Warning, release date may be subject to change without notice, right? I do have Trezell's information. For some reason, it didn't pop up here on the screen. So I may have to dig for it again. Give me 1 second. Oh, here's Trezell's information. Trezell West, you see he was booked March 1st, 2022. He was born looks like 1986. Bail amount, there is no bail. Bail status, not applicable. And he's in for murder, second-degree murder, right? And he's also in for willful cruelty to child. And those are, I believe, 2 accounts. And false report of an emergency, right? So, oh, I do. Do I still have an echo? Hi, Mick. How are you today? Do I still have an echo? I think the echo may be gone right now. So if anybody wants to join on the panel right now, and even though I'm going to do another Orrin and Orson one later today, maybe after my Summer Wells one or in between there. But if anyone wants to join in and have a discussion, feel free. The link is in the description box. Just let me know ahead of time. But thank God it looks like, well, not that it looks like, they have been, the adopted parents, Trezell West and Jacqueline West, are now in custody for second-degree murder, right? I have no information as far as whether or not they found the bodies, where they found the bodies, or anything. I expect that there would be a press release later today. I know on in California at this time, it's only 9:13 a.m. in the morning. I'm over here sitting at 12:13 p.m. in the afternoon on the East Coast, but I am believing that they will be having a press release very shortly, and I will definitely update you guys on that. But they are now in custody. Let me see what else I can get you, what other information I can get you on them real quick. 1 second. Let me see what's been going on in the last hour with them. Okay, it doesn't look like, it doesn't appear to be anything new. Let me check out another source real quick. One of my other confidential sources. Give me 1 second. I don't know about you guys, but I'm most definitely eager to hear what the police chief has to say in this case. All right, let me see. Trying to pull together a little bit more, a few more pieces to this puzzle. And it doesn't look like there's anything else out there at this time. I would say we need to give it a couple more hours. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna share this. Hello, Mick. And thank you. I'll never forget you for telling me about that bird. What's the bird called again? Or it's so big, I don't know if it needs to be called the bird. It's more than a bird. I know it starts with a C. Candor, you said? I think it was Candor. Never seen that before. Caressa says, I just looked at someone's YouTube who are boots on the ground, says it's news conference at 11:45 a.m. California time. Thank you, Carissa. Thank you so much for that. And I can't wait for that to go down. So we're working with about another 2.5 hours, right? Another 2.5 hours. Let me get something else up for you guys real quick. Oh, that's the wrong one. Downloads. And Carissa, I heard you make mention to Roro. Who was Roro? Do you know this person personally? Let me know. I'm gonna scroll down, see what else I can find. Yeah, I think this is gonna be really it until the press conference, until the news conference. So between this and my last video, it has tons of, well, a good amount of information on there. Not enough though, because we want to know where are the boys, right? All right, so I kind of gave you this view before, except it was on the grid format, but here's the same information, different setup. Trezell Philip West. That's crazy. That's my brother's name, or part of it is anyway. Born September 24th, 1986. Pending. Warning, release date may be subject to change without notice. No, he don't need a release date. There's no release to him. He could stay his behind up in there for life. There is no releasing him. Okay. So, yeah. I think that's all we have. If anybody has anything they want to add, feel free. Just let me know or check me on my live later today on Orrin and Orson West. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a wonderful day.